Am I the asshole for telling my mom not to give my stuff away to others? We're trying to call in a plumber to fix a water main leak. Before the plumber returned to his car to call his boss for a quote, she gave the plumber some sparkling cider. The plumber was very pleased, said his grandma drinks it and took it. Then, she said if we give him more he might lower the price. He came back with a $1.50 quote. The rack she took the cider from was the same rack holding my Riesling white wine. My BF and I took ages looking for this wine. We visited nearly every liquor store nearby and none of them had it. We were only able to get it by convincing his mom, who runs a liquor store too, to put in a special order for it. It has a lot of sentimental value and memories to me and symbolizes a joint quest succeeding. I had two left, one to drink with friends, and one to keep until I am ready to open LOL. I told my mom right then and there to not give my Riesling away. Guess what? She gave it away, and told the plumber call your boss again to ask and try again for a lower price. She even takes over the phone to call the boss herself too. Of course, it doesn't work. Either way, she ends the night happy with a quote. This morning, I find out she's not happy with a quote anymore and is calling more companies. I wouldn't have minded this if she hadn't given my Riesling away. I confront her about how upset I am that she gave away something that was mine and didn't belong to her. She retorted with saying, well, I gave my car to you. I pay your tuition. I give my money to you, and you can't even be okay giving up your wine for me. I was dumbfounded. Maybe she has a point. Maybe I'm the wrong one here, and I was being selfish to my mom, and ungrateful for her help in finding a plumber. Am I in the wrong here?
Am I the asshole for telling my best friend she's fat? So a little context, my friend group contains me and 3 other people and we are all very close. My best friend is in this friend group and we're gonna call her Molly. The friend I'm talking about is also part of this friend group and we're gonna call her Noelle. So Noelle has always been a little bit insecure about her weight and her stomach, but in all honest she's not even fat. She's just the biggest in our friend group. Me and my best friend are both very fit, but I think that Noelle resonates more with my best friend Molly because they're both really tall and always joke about tall girl problems and that I wouldn't get it cause I'm 5'3". I think she's always been a little bit jealous of me because I'm really tiny and I don't have to work as hard to keep a slimmer figure. Some other context. I am a very blonde, dark humor, tell it how it is person. My friend is a very overly sensitive, passive-aggressive, insecure type person, and in the past our personalities have clashed a little bit. This started in October when she told us that she's sick of wearing the same plain thing every day and she wants to stop wearing leggings and sweatpants as much and wear jeans more. I really noticed the problem on Halloween. Our friend group was having a party at Molly's house and Noelle came to my house beforehand for dinner. So it's just a little get-together and all my younger cousins and family were there. While I'm eating, I look around and I don't see Noelle anywhere, so I start calling her name and she comes downstairs and into the living room with her pants unbuttoned. She announces out loud in front of my entire family that her jeans are too tight. Remember, that I have at least 20 little kids ranging from 0 to 14 standing there watching an adult woman with her pants unbuttoned at a family dinner. I was a little embarrassed and told her to put her pants because there were kids around. Surprisingly, she didn't take any offense to it and found the situation funny. Then on Black Friday, my friend group went to the mall shopping and she repeatedly in stores. In the food court she would unbutton her pants. After the night ended, I had talked to the other girls in the friend group, Molly and Kelly, about this and none of us know what to do. We are worried if we tell her that she might need to buy a bigger pair of jeans then she would take offense to it and stop talking to all of us completely. Last week, I got fed up with her complaining and it was super embarrassing when she unbuttoned her pants in front of my grandma. I told her that she might need to upsize in pants if she has to unbutton them every time she wears them. She completely freaked out and left the party and she won't respond to me. From what the other girls have told me, she feels like it wasn't fair for me to say anything because I'll never understand what it's like to be as tall and as big as her. Again, keep in mind she's not fat. She's only 150 pounds. I'm not sure what I should do and if I even did anything wrong. So am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for refusing to switch seats on a plane with a couple? I was on a 6-hour flight and paid extra for an aisle seat, because I liked being able to stretch my legs and get up without bothering anyone. When I boarded, I noticed a couple sitting in the middle and window seats across the aisle from me. As soon as I sat down, the woman tapped my arm and asked if I would switch seats so she could sit next to her boyfriend. Normally I wouldn't mind, but the seat she wanted me to take was a middle seat, and I specifically paid more to avoid that. I politely said no and explained that I chose and paid for the seat. She immediately got annoyed and said, "It's just a seat, and we want to sit together." Her boyfriend chimed in and said they thought people were usually nice about these things. After that, they spent the first hour of the flight sighing loudly and making passive-aggressive comments like, "Must be nice to care more about a seat than people." A flight attendant even stopped by and asked if everything was okay because they were clearly upset. I stayed in my seat for the rest of the flight and didn't engage, but now I'm wondering if I should have just switched to avoid the tension. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not giving my sister my concert ticket after she forgot to buy one? A few months ago, I bought 2 tickets to see my favorite artist in concert. It's someone I've wanted to see live for years, so I planned ahead and spent a decent amount of money. One ticket was for me, and the other was for a friend who later had to back out. I decided to keep the extra ticket and figured I'd either bring someone else or go alone. Last week, my sister found out about the concert and immediately got excited. She checked online and realized the show was sold out. She then asked if I was using both tickets. I told her I planned to, and she said, "Well, obviously you should give one to me. I'm your sister." I suggested she could come if she paid me back for the ticket, but she said that was selfish since family shouldn't charge family. Things got awkward after that. She told our parents, and they said it would be nice of me to give her the ticket since I'd still be going anyway. I explained that I paid for both tickets myself, and that this concert actually means a lot to me. My sister accused me of caring more about a concert than her feelings and said she wouldn't forget this. Now the concert is coming up, and my family is still acting weird about it. I feel bad, but I also feel like her poor planning isn't my responsibility. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for refusing to cover my co-worker's shift, even though she said it was an emergency? I work a retail job, and our schedules are posted about 2 weeks in advance. I'm usually pretty flexible and have covered shifts before when people needed help, but this time was different. I had requested a specific day off because it was my only full day off that week, and I had already made plans to visit a friend I rarely get to see. The night before my day off, one of my coworkers texted me asking if I could cover her opening shift. She said she had something come up and really needed someone to take it. I told her I was sorry, but I couldn't because I had plans and had requested the day off specifically. She responded with, "It's kind of an emergency," but didn't explain further. About an hour later, my manager called me and asked if I could reconsider because my coworker was really stressed. I explained again that I wasn't available and that I had already made plans. I couldn't cancel last minute. My manager sounded annoyed and said, "Well, this is what being a team player looks like." That comment rubbed me the wrong way, but I still stood my ground. The next day, I found out through another coworker that the emergency was that she wanted to go on a spontaneous road trip with friends. When I came back to work after my day off, she barely spoke to me and told others that I don't care about anyone but myself. A few people have been distant with me since then. Now I'm starting to feel guilty, even though I followed a schedule and didn't do anything wrong. Still, part of me wonders if I should have just sucked it up and covered the shift to avoid all the tension at work. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my friend bring her boyfriend on a trip she wasn't invited to? A few months ago, I planned a weekend trip with 2 of my close friends to celebrate finishing a really stressful semester. We agreed early on that it would just be the 3 of us, and we split the costs for the hotel and gas evenly. I was genuinely looking forward to uninterrupted time together since our schedules rarely line up anymore. About a week before the trip, one of the friends messaged our group chat saying she was excited but wanted to ask something first. She explained that she had just started dating someone and asked if it would be okay if he came along too. I immediately felt uncomfortable because I don't know him at all, and the whole point of the trip was that it was supposed to be just us. I told her I wasn't okay with it, especially since we'd already booked everything and agreed on the plan weeks ago. She replied that he wouldn't be a big deal and said he could just tag along and pay for his own food, but I still said no and explained that it would completely change the dynamic of the trip. After that, she got really quiet in the group chat and later messaged me privately saying I was being controlling and unfair. She said couples shouldn't be separated and that it was hurtful I wouldn't even give him a chance. I reminded her that this wasn't about disliking him. It was about sticking to the plan we all agreed on, but she didn't take that well. She ended up saying she might not come at all if he couldn't, which made things awkward for everyone. In the end, she still came on the trip, but she was distant the entire weekend and clearly upset with me. Now that we're back, she's barely talking to me and has told mutual friends that I don't support her relationship. I'm starting to wonder if I should have just let it go to keep the peace, even though it was my trip and my planning. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for exposing my friends cheating at her wedding? I know it sounds extreme, but I genuinely thought I was doing the right thing in the moment. I've been best friends with the bride for over 10 years, and about 2 months before the wedding, I found out she was sleeping with a co-worker while still planning to marry her fiancé. She begged me not to say anything and claimed it was over and that telling him would ruin everything. I hated the secret, but I stayed quiet because I didn't want to destroy her life right before the wedding. Fast forward to the reception, and after a few drinks and listening to everyone give emotional speeches about honesty and true love, I completely snapped. When it was my turn to give a toast, I went off script and said her husband deserved to know the truth, then outright said she had been cheating on him for months. The room went dead silent. Her husband walked out, and she started screaming at me in front of everyone. The wedding basically ended on the spot. Guests left early, and her family had to deal with the fallout. Now she's saying I ruined the most important day of her life, and that even if she was wrong, it wasn't my place to do that publicly. Mutual friends are split, but most are saying I crossed a line and should have told him privately or not at all. I still feel like he deserved to know before committing his life to her, but I can't ignore that I chose the worst possible moment and completely humiliated her. Am I the asshole?